Hey, it's me. Tell me something. Do you have a problem with your ears? Or is there something wrong with your head? Excuse me? What the heck is leading you to say something so hurtful and rude? What's the matter? I'm asking, what the hell is wrong with you that you can't even remember anything I ask you to do? How many times have I told you? When doing laundry, reuse the bathtub water. All you have to do is scoop the water out of the tub, put it in the washing machine, and then set it to spin. How can you be so wasteful and just let perfectly good water go down the drain like that? You have water sitting in the washing machine, but why is there no water in the bathtub? My son has always gotten a bath every evening ever since he was a baby. There is no way he would skip it. Are you really just throwing away the bathwater every time? How wasteful! Besides all that water, do you have any idea the money you are wasting? Water, electric, gas. Don't you know how important it is to savor all of these and not waste them? My goodness, your utility bills must be atrocious. Sylvia, I'm sorry, but I've already told you. I am not going to follow your advice this time. I understand that it is important to save resources not only for the planet, but also to keep our utility bills lower, but reusing bathwater for laundry is a bit too much. Yes, Mike still takes a bath every night, but that water is not as clean as you think, Sylvia. It has body soap, shampoo, and most importantly, dirt and dead skin in it. It's disgusting to just let it sit overnight and then reuse it to wash our clothes. No, thank you. Not to mention, it's a ridiculous thing to ask to bring the water from upstairs to the washing machine downstairs. That would take hours. Huh! Oh, okay, I see. You're not even the one who works his butt off every day so that you can even have use of those utilities. So what's it matter to you, right? Here you are sitting on your butt every day with no job, stealing and wasting away my son's hard-earned money. Yet you have the nerve to talk back to me. You should just shut your trap and do as I say. It's not like you have any children to take care of. All you do is sit around all day at the house my son is single-handedly paying for, or you go and play around with the gaggle of geese you call your friends. Why don't you get off your lazy butt and go get a part-time job at Walmart or something? If I had known that you would turn out to be such an ungrateful, good-for-nothing leech of a daughter-in-law, I would have never allowed my son to marry you. And the groceries! The refrigerator in that house is friggin' overflowing with things to eat, including the meals that I cooked and prepared specially by hand for my son. But still, you continue to go buying that unhealthy, processed, fattening crap at that overpriced high-end grocery store across the street. And by the way, we all know you for sure don't need that crap, Porky. At least when you actually do need to get a necessity like milk or something, go to the cheap farmer's market across the street and save some money for once. You'll be sorry one of these days when you realize you should have been listening to me and taking my advice all this time. Didn't your mother ever tell you these things? It's a mother's responsibility to teach their girls these basic rules and procedures of living and wifehood especially. Instead, it looks like all your parents did was teach you how to study, go to college, steal a man on campus, let him get a job, and then waste all of his money while he breaks his back working. Sylvia, there are certain foods we both don't like. We aren't going to force ourselves to eat food in the fridge that might make us both sick to our stomachs. And as for grocery shopping, there are also certain foods that you can't find at the local farmer's market. Believe me, I have not been ignoring all of your advice and suggestions for a living. I mean, it's not like I could even if I tried. By the way, I am pretty sure I have already asked you hundreds of times to stop barging into our home uninvited and unannounced at all hours of the day and night. Please go get a hobby or something and let us have our own lives. Did you break into our house again today while I wasn't home? Break in? Mike gave me a spare key. How dare you accuse me of breaking in? Anyway, you think I actually wanted to go to that dirty, underkept pigsty again because I enjoy the stench? I didn't want to go there. I needed to look for the necklace my daughter gave to me for my birthday. It's missing. There's no way your necklace would be at our house. Huh, you don't remember. When I was there last week, you saw me wearing it and said it was so pretty. I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt for once, and believe that you wouldn't be so low as to steal it from me. So I went to your house to confirm that I was correct in believing that you wouldn't have been so shameless. What? Are you serious? You actually thought that I might have stolen it from you? I was hoping that I would not find it here, but while thinking of where in the world you might have put it, I just realized that I had left it at my house. I was worried that you might try to steal it, so I purposely didn't wear it again and left it in my wardrobe when I came here yesterday. Wow. You really have lost all your marbles, haven't you? Well, if you hadn't said what you said while staring so greedily at my necklace that day, I wouldn't have gotten the wrong idea in the first place. And you say that I've lost it? Do you have any idea how senile you've been acting? Every time I come to your house, whether it's an earring, a bracelet, or even an expensive necklace that my Mike must have slaved away at the office to get for you, there's always some piece of jewelry laying out around the house. There was even a bracelet on the floor in the bathroom next to the toilet plunger. How can you not have any concern for these assets that my son has provided for you? Are you actually that ungrateful, or are you just completely out of your mind? I guess it must be so easy for you to go ahead and waste money like that and ruin such expensive things because you've never worked a real job for even a single hour of your life. Isn't that the reason? Is my precious son just a slave to you? Actually, Sylvia, Mike has never once bought me any jewelry besides my engagements and wedding rings, and I am always wearing and cherishing those. The truth is, I bought all of my other jewelry for myself. So stop going so overboard, please. Oh, really? How dare you talk back at me like that, and now you have the nerve to lie to me, too? You're just a lazy, wasteful housewife with no job or any motivation to do any good with your life. How the heck could you buy those things with your own money? You don't have any money that you could even say is your own. You will never change your ways. And while you should have been cleaning, doing laundry, and cooking for my son, where were you? Is that where you were this morning? You're telling me that you were actually out somewhere selfishly buying those things for yourself again today? No, Sylvia. I had something important I needed to take care of, so I stepped out for a bit. Ha! Oh, is that so? What in the world could be so important for a worthless housewife like you to do? You know, Sylvia, you keep making housewife sound like such a terrible job. But have you not always been a full-time housewife yourself? That's all you've ever been all your life. Yet you are saying that I am such a terrible daughter-in-law for being a housewife. Exactly what you are, too. So how are you so high and mighty to be critiquing how I am living my life? I got married 30 years ago. When I was your age, it was already predetermined for all women to be housewives after marrying. Back then, there was no choice. But now, most husbands and wives work separate full-time jobs out of the house and make their own money for themselves, instead of stealing it from each other. You even went to college for 4 years. Can you honestly tell me that you are content letting your degree and thousands of paid tuition money go to waste? All of your college friends, including the married ones, are still out working hard at their jobs and earning their own money. And then there you are, lazing around the house all day like some pesky termite waiting for my son to come home with more of his hard-earned money for you to steal. What? Pesky termite? You're not even my biological mother, and this is my life. So why should I have to live it as you tell me to? And it's not like you're the one who paid for me to go to college and get my degree. That has nothing to do with you. Actually, none of this has anything to do with you at all. Do you really have nothing to do all day that must always be on my back and making such a ridiculous fuss about everything? And you know what? Mike is a grown man now too, so get off of his back and stop driving him crazy too. If you continue to constantly hover around and suffocate us like this, I can't guarantee I won't do something crazy myself. So please give it a rest already, at least for your own son's sake. Oh my goodness. Well, look at you showing your true colors and speaking to your mother-in-law in such a vulgar manner. Your words are so frightening, I've got goosebumps and I'm shaking in my shoes. Sylvia, seriously, come on. I'm not joking. And get out of my house. You better not be there by the time I get back. Okay. I'm leaving now. Sheesh. Such deplorable manners. Hey, Sylvia. The cookies you bought for us arrived today. Thank you. I'm sure we'll enjoy them. They look delicious. Oh, heavens, no! Those cookies aren't for you. They're for my Mikey, and Mikey only. My Mikey always loved those cookies when he was a child. He's been working so hard every time, the poor thing. So I went to the bakery 2 hours away and got them just for him. They're absolutely not for you. You better not lay a finger on those cookies and go pig out on something else, Porky. I went through a lot ordering those cookies. What the hell? Are you serious? They're cookies. Are you really going to be that petty about cookies? So you stopped squawking, got up off of your bum, and drove for a few hours? How is that so amazing? You can probably find cookies that taste just like these at any other store. How dare you! Those cookies are incomparable! And I had a very hard time finding that store. Do you think you can treat those cookies that I bought for my precious son the same as any other ones? Just as you treat your own jewelry as insignificant. And how dare you wait all day to let me know that you received them? I know for a fact that they arrived this morning. It is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Have you really no sense at all? Didn't your parents teach you that you should thank someone for a gift as soon as you receive it? How rude. I was at the salon this morning when they arrived. I didn't get home until a couple hours ago. Mike was home when they were delivered, so I figured he already thanked you this morning. What? You expect a man to think of doing that? This kind of thing is for the woman of the house to do. This is my son's day off. He should be relaxing. I can't believe you are throwing responsibilities and giving him your work to do on his day off. My poor, precious, hardworking son. It breaks my heart that he ended up with such a lazy, good-for-nothing like you. He must be a saint for giving a wench like you a chance. Those married couples who both have their own full-time jobs are always so financially well off. They don't have to worry one bit about money. Why did my son of all people have to get stuck with a deadbeat like you throwing away all his fortune? Even today is a great example of how useless and dim-witted you are. You say you went to the salon. Why the heck would a full-time housewife like you need to get her hair and nails done? All you do is laze around the house all day. Just do your own nails and put your hair up in a ponytail or cut that yourself too. Why are you wasting such precious money on all that crap? Oh, here you go, calling the kettle black again. You go to the salon once a month to get your hair dyed and permed. Oh, you're such a hypocrite. Your own husband is in his late 50s now and on his feet every day and night working as a security guard when he should be planning his retirement soon. And you not only go to the salon once a month, but on trips and outings with that herd of middle-aged hags you hang out with all the time. So what the hell gives you the right to treat me this way all the time? Do you seriously think you are any better than I am? You seriously think you can do no wrong, don't you? What makes you so righteous and holy? There was also a time when you yourself were someone's daughter-in-law. Did you think you became some royal highness after your own mother-in-law passed away? You are so delusional. Did your own mother-in-law tease you and drive you crazy, so now you're taking pleasure in doing the same to me? You're not a mother-in-law. You're a frickin' monster-in-law. Do you think of your mother-in-law every time you see me? So you expect me to put up with your ridiculous behavior as you did with your own mother-in-laws. Most mothers-in-law leave rings, money, or even their own house for their daughters-in-law in their wills. But I already know very well that the only things you'll leave for me is all of your obnoxious nagging and idiotic housekeeping advice. I guess you don't have much to say for your own life. You've lived 60 years, but what honorable things have you ever done yourself? All you've ever really done is drive everyone around you insane and stress them all out to the point where you always get your own way and think they actually like you. Really, they're just sick and tired of dealing with your hysterical crap when you don't get what you want. What did you say? Have you lost your mind? How dare you speak like that to me? You worthless beggar! You go back to your own pack of worthless freeloaders and get out of my son's house this instant! I will no longer sit back and allow a rude, ungrateful, and penniless leech like you to continue being my daughter-in-law. And I will be making sure that everyone in the family is aware of what you've said and done to me, and that you will be divorcing and leaving this family as soon as possible. You've really barked up the wrong tree this time, tramp! You better get your sorry ass and your worthless trash out of my son's house right now! Who the hell do you think you are? Do you really think that you control everything, even whether or not I stay married to your son? You seriously need a shrink, lady. And by the way, if anyone should be packing up and leaving this house right now, it's your son. The lazy, unmotivated, worthless jerk with no passion is not at all the hardworking, noble son you think he is, Sylvia. I can't believe how you still coddle him and treat him like he's such a wonderful golden child. I'm surprised you don't come over here and wipe his bum every time he takes a dump. What are you going on about? You have some nerve talking about my son that way. You better apologize right now. And you better beg and pray that I don't tell Mike what you just said about him either. If you don't, there's absolutely no way you can ever expect to be let back into that house or family again. You better start begging me for one more chance this instant. And you better start being grateful for all the money my son has been earning for you. How do you expect to survive on your own without my son's support? You know nothing. Your son can't even support himself right now. You would do yourself much better, Sylvia, if you'd stop babbling on ridiculously for once and actually see what's going on around you. Your son doesn't even have a job. What? My son? No way. What do you mean he doesn't have a job? What kind of web are you trying to spin now? Then where has he been all day every weekday? He's never there when I stop by. He's such a coward. He's been too afraid to face you since then. He suddenly decided that he wanted to quit his job and become an artist. He's been going out with a pen and sketchbook and spending all day every day at the park. This has been going on for the past 2 years. What? He quit his job to become an artist? That's ridiculous. I forbade him to try doing that back before he even went to college. There's no way he would disobey me. Suddenly he came to me one day and told me how frustrated and unhappy he was with his life. He said he'd always wanted to become an artist his entire life ever since he was a kid. He asked me to support him and his dream so desperately he even started crying. You also had no clue that I have been working from home this entire time. I took advantage of what I learned at the company I worked at before our marriage and decided to start my own business remotely so that I could support your son and his dream. But only a month after he quit his job, he started whining about having to do all the housework himself. So for the past 2 years, he's been leaving the housework and breadwinning for me to do every day while he goes to the park and doodles on his sketchbook. As this continued on, I have tried to continue supporting him and his dream. I've even said nothing to you about this all this time because he asked me not to. But I have gone so fed up and burned out. I can't take it anymore. I think the right thing for me to do now is for me to take care of myself and move on without him. Do you really expect me to believe all that? You and I both know for a fact that my son bought that house. He told me all the time how sick and tired he was of you always asking him to do chores around the house. Was all that really a lie? Do you think my son would actually lie to me like that? Why would my son ever think he would need to lie to me or keep me from knowing about something? It's obvious, isn't it? He didn't want his own mother to be embarrassed of him. Isn't it so embarrassing that not long after we got married, he suddenly became jobless and I became the main breadwinner? He's the one who has been using all of the money I earn and eating all of the food I buy. Wouldn't you be embarrassed and ashamed too if you were him? He lied because he was embarrassed and ashamed and scared of what you'd say and do if he found out. You have no idea everyone is always trying to avoid your nagging as much as possible. You know what your son said? He said that you never worked a day in your life outside the home and only had to focus on raising one child as well. He said you had one responsibility to lead one child in the right direction and you couldn't even handle that. He told me that, instead, you led him to follow a path he never really wanted to take, and look! He still jumped off of it in the end. Now he's just depressed and making himself seem worthless in the process. You have never actually paid attention to what your son really wants. And for years now, you've gone on and critiqued the way my parents raised me. Like an idiot. You had no idea how awful your own parenting skills have always been. Do you know how much I wanted to sew up those ignorant blabbering lips of yours so that I didn't have to make an effort to tune you out anymore? And I'm sure I'm not the only one around who's had the burning urge to do that. You little witch. Are you enjoying yourself right now? You're probably barely even making breadcrumbs, and here you are boasting about it. You think I still don't see you as a gold-digging leech? You married my son back when you thought he'd be making big money, didn't you? Sure, fine, you're the main breadwinner for now, but do you really think it will all be that way? You'll be sorry when my son starts making more than you again. For the record, Sylvia, I've been making at least $20,000 monthly. Compared to what I've been making, your son is the one who used to make breadcrumbs. I don't think he'll be making more than I do anytime soon. Do you know that your son's annual salary used to be only $40,000? I make more than that in 2 months' time. And do you really think a man who quit his job and has been unemployed for more than 2 years would be able to even get a job like the one he had before? He might as well try and make pigs fly. My goodness! How can you talk like that about your own husband? You chose to marry the man yourself, and you talk like he has no potential. Does talking like that about your own husband make you feel so high and mighty about yourself? Have you not heard that parents should always do their best to cover up their son's faults? Well, that's what I tried to do. What fault? Wanting to be an artist? That was not a fault. The reality is that your son had no faults to begin with. You're the one who created them with your terrible so-called parenting method of trying to squash his dreams and aspirations early. What did you just say? You think I messed up my own son? How ridiculous! I'll divorce your precious son and send him back to his precious mommy. I hope you enjoy having a helpless baby in the house again for the first time in 3 years. Maybe you'll do a better job at raising him this time. All right, fine. That's fine. I never supported your marriage, but I fully support this divorce. But you better share whatever money you made with him. You know that my son has the right to receive half of the assets. Oh dear, what'll we do? I don't think that'll be possible. At the beginning of our marriage, we both signed a prenuptial agreement. What I earn is mine, and what he earns is his. So, by law, I don't have to give him a single penny of what I earn myself. You did what? Actually, quite ironically, the entire thing was his idea. At the time, I was so naive that I didn't realize he probably didn't trust me and wanted to keep all of his money for himself. But look how the tables have turned. I ended up being the one having my hard-earned money used by him. I fed him, clothed him, and gave him the money to get all of his friggin' art supplies, too. He must have figured I'd never have any assets he would want or need from me. Oh, but to be honest, even if you all wanted to split my assets and run with them, I won't have much for you to steal for the next few months anyway. You see, I recently helped my little brother pay for his wedding ceremony in Barbados and also bought a newly built house for my parents. So it'll be a few months before my savings are back up above $500,000 again. What? Look at you bragging. Your head is so big, I'm surprised it hasn't exploded by now. How conceited and selfish you are. And how could you be such a traitor to your in-laws? Really? I had no idea you were so shameless. Huh. The only person I've ever betrayed is myself for continuing to feed and stay married to such an ungrateful pig for the past 3 years. Well, anyway, I'm done and tired of talking about all this crap. I'll do the honors of packing up all of your son's crap and leaving it out on the front yard. So, you'll be a dear and come pick it up for your little boy, won't you? After that, I went right to packing up all of my now ex-husband's junk and throwing it out the window and into the front yard. I figured the crazy witch might have really lost her marbles from the shock she experienced during our phone call, so I also went ahead and changed the passwords for the security locks on the front and back doors as well. Sylvia called a few days later saying that Mike is going to get another full-time job at the same company while begging me to take him back. I couldn't believe she would really think that I'd even consider taking him back. After 2 years of watching him let himself become a loathing, freeloading bum, after how I supported him, yet he did nothing for me in return. Not a chance. So I continued to file for the divorce without hesitating one bit, and it was, of course, finalized without a single hiccup. I've got to say, I am really enjoying being sexy, free, and single again. I don't have to listen to some old hag ignorantly nagging at me anymore, and I can just focus on advancing my own career and living a life just for me and my own family. Really, this is the happiest I've ever been. And my business continues to grow without a single setback. While I've tried to ignore rumors regarding my husband and his deadbeat family, there was one rumor I couldn't help taking note of. Apparently, the louse has completely become a layabout around his parents' home with not a single thought of getting a steady job again. Instead, he has proceeded in following his own mother's footsteps and mooching off of the salary his poor aging father continues to break his back over making for them. I guess he might continue doing that for a while longer. Or, hey, maybe he'll even keep it up for the rest of his life. All I can say is it's a pathetic way for a human being to exist. And I count my lucky stars every day that I was blessed with having enough self-love, confidence, and brains to finally get myself out of that miserable situation. Thanks so much for listening to my story. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to share with us your thoughts and reactions in the comment section below. Do you prefer the shorter stories like this one, or maybe some of the more longer ones we've been putting out? See you next time!
Babe, do you want to go drive over to the beach this weekend? I suddenly want to go see the beach.
What beach? I'm tired. I don't want to drive around like that.
Oh, is that so? Well then how about we go relax at a nice hotel room somewhere nearby? We can get a good massage and catch up on some rest. We can decompress all this weekend.
I'd rather stay home if we're going to do something like that. It's not worth the time. It's energy consuming either way.
Then do you have anything that you want to do?
I just think I want to stay at home and rest. I don't want to do anything, to be honest.
But we've been doing at-home dates for the longest time.
If you don't want to, then don't. I'm fine with just chilling on my own.
No, that's fine. I'll go over to your place. I'll make something good and energizing for you since you've been stressed out and tired lately.
Do you know how to make some hand-tossed pizza by any chance?
Huh, hand-tossed pizza. Where's that coming from? Well, as long as I look up a recipe online, it shouldn't be too bad. But I know that it's probably going to take a lot of time to make.
I see. Nothing crazy. I just wanted some homemade pizza recently, that's all.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll make sure to practice on my own before I come to make it for you. No worries.
Lucy, how are you doing these days with Philip? Are you guys doing all right?
Yeah, we're doing great. What's up, Mom? I miss you. I should come to see you sometime this week.
Nothing. I've just been noticing that you seem a little down nowadays.
What do you mean?
When I see you in your free time, you're always practicing making food. So I ask you what the occasion is, and it's for Philip. You're always looking into your phone, waiting for him to reply to your texts. I feel like you're giving him more attention than he gives to you. I'm a little worried that you might not be receiving what you should be getting.
Aw, don't worry about it, Mom. I want to do it for him. It's nothing crazy. He's been feeling stressed out nowadays, and I wanted to cheer him up.
You should be with someone that appreciates you and reciprocates the energy that you show them back to you.
Philip loves me to death. Maybe you just haven't seen that side of him.
If that's true, I feel a little more relieved. I just haven't seen him do anything for you like you do for him, so I was starting to get a little angsty.
Don't worry, Mom. There's nothing going on between us that's going to be a problem. We're doing fine.
I just can't believe how things have changed in just a year. It doesn't put my heart at ease. When you two first got together, he would go over to your house and shower you with gifts and do everything that he could to show you that he appreciates you. But now he barely even acknowledges the things that you do for him. I don't want to see my daughter being wrapped up in someone that doesn't even care about her efforts and dismisses the things that you do for them.
It won't be a problem anymore. I'll show you here in a little bit of me getting a proposal from him and everything. Just wait.
Oh, is that so? That's good to hear. I'll be in for the surprise.
Babe, where are you right now?
I'm at work right now. What is it?
Oh, really? Would it be okay if I come to see you? I'll come to the front of the building.
Why would you do that?
I wanted to get some dinner with you. I got off work a little earlier than usual today. It's been a minute, so what do you say?
Look, I think I'm gonna be a little late with getting off of work today, so...
Well, you'll need to eat dinner eventually, right? Why don't we go together? I don't mind waiting.
My coworkers and I were gonna order some food for dinner and eat all together.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess we can just grab something to eat next time. Text me when you get off of work then. If I'm not already in bed yet, I'll come to get you from work. I want to see you for a little bit before I head off to bed tonight.
Yeah.
Take care at work and I'll talk to you later.
Lucy, how's it going? It's been a minute since I've talked to you.
Oh, Sandra, how have you been? It's been a minute. I should have contacted you first. I'm so sorry that I've been a little too quiet. What's going on?
I'm doing fine. Nothing big going on in my life. Are you busy nowadays?
Well, not really. We just got done with a big project a moment ago, so I've been getting some spare time on my hands. Do you need something?
Well, I just wanted to know what's going on because it seems like Philip's been looking pretty worn out.
Philip? He's worn out? Did something happen to him?
I've heard that you've been nagging him to come to see you and go out on dates. It's not cute for a woman to be all up on a man like that. You need to know how to give them some space. He's working. He's a man. You should be able to keep quiet and be his peace. But you're rather nagging and bothering him because you want to do this and that. Will you simmer down a bit?
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry about that. We've just been a little slow with going out and seeing each other, so... I guess I've been a little naggy because I missed him.
When I look at you, it's like you're so thirsty for attention. Philip isn't like that, so you need to keep some boundaries.
That's my bad. Philip is just a nice guy and I like him, so I guess I was being a little too clingy.
How about you keep a little distance from him from now on?
What do you mean by keeping some distance? Did he tell you that he's mad at me or something?
Well, think about it. It isn't even about you doing something wrong. But you never know what's going to happen with relationships. It's like a ticking bomb. If you're going to be too clingy with Philip, he is feeling overwhelmed and it might cause heartbreak for you and whatnot. You get what I mean.
I don't think I'm understanding what you mean right now.
Goodness! Now I can understand why you can't see what's bothering Philip. I know you've got a little bit more time on your hands, but if you grasp onto him like that too much, it's just going to cause problems for the both of you. Do you understand?
Oh, all right. I see what you mean now.
Be a little less clingy with him from now on and stop nagging him to meet up with you. Keep a little distance from him and just do your own thing, all right?
Yes, I got it. Babe, have you been getting tired of me nowadays? You can be honest.
What do you mean getting tired of you?
Nothing. It's just that your mom texted me a minute ago. She said that I've been bugging you a little too much and that it's making you tired.
I mean, I guess a little bit. I have to balance going to work and maintaining a relationship with you. I was just telling Mom about what's going on in my life. Didn't think that she would relay it straight back to you. Also, you too. Did you have to come around and ask me about it too?
Huh. No, it's not like that. I'm just curious about what I could fix to make you feel better. I'm wondering what I'm doing wrong.
I don't believe that people can change, so don't stress about it.
Why are you talking all hopelessly like that? Are you upset with me for something?
No, I'm just a bit tired and stressed out. There's nothing wrong with you.
Just tell me what's going on. You can tell me anything, you know this, right?
I've just been looking around at the people around me. They have a lot of money and get married to capable and independent women. I feel like everyone's settled down, but when I look back at myself, it makes me think, what am I doing with my life? Let's just take time to think about different stuff. Give me time so I can think.
I'm scared. This isn't what I wanted to happen. You're acting so different. Is there something wrong?
The more that you act this way, the more it tires me out, alright?
Philip, what is this picture? You're out in town with some other woman? Who is this?
Where did you get that picture from? Don't you know that it's weird and creepy to be stalking someone like that?
My friend sent me this picture. She was out to run errands and saw you walking with another woman. Why are you holding her hand? What is going on?
It's just someone that my mom introduced me to.
What? Why did she do that? And why would you go out and see her too? When did this happen?
I met her about a month ago. You don't know who she is.
How could you do this to me? Are you telling me that you've been cheating on me? You didn't tell me about any of this.
Was I supposed to tell you that I'm seeing somebody else? Also, my mom's been asking me just to please meet her and talk to her just once, so I didn't want to upset my mom. That's why I went out to see her.
So what are you going to do?
Honestly, I'm not sure. And that's why I asked you to give me a break so I can just think about some things. Why are you being so naggy right now? Would you please stop?
Wow, I just can't believe you right now. I know that I like you more than you like me, but this is not how you should pay for my love for you. Don't you think this is just so ill-mannered? How could you play with someone's feelings like this, knowing that all they do is love and care about you?
Why are you trying to tell me what I'm doing when you're not even me? Plus, who even took this picture anyways?
It's the friend that introduced you to me. Bella! This is embarrassing that I had to hear about something like this from her.
Bella? Ugh, crap. If she saw me out like that, she should have contacted me first. Why would she go scurry off and tattletale on me to you? Anyway, just leave me alone so that I can make up my mind.
Do you know how selfish you sound right now? You think I'm just gonna patiently sit here and wait until you're done picking and choosing between me and this other woman that you're seeing?
I know you're too in love with me just to leave me like that, so stop acting like you want to break up or something.
Sure, that may be so. I loved you so much that I couldn't even breathe without you in my life. But what you're getting confused about is that I'm not the type to cry and beg someone who's been cheating on me to come back and love me again. I'm not stupid. Let's just break up here. I don't have time for this anymore.
You're the one that wanted to break up first, alright? It wasn't me. Just trying to make sure and get this one straight. Cool?
Okay, I'm sick and tired of you. I said let's break up. Now leave me alone.
Okay, once again, it was you, not me.
Lucy, I thought you were gonna come by tonight. It's getting late. Are you still coming or are you running late? I miss you.
Mom, what do I do?
What's wrong? Did something happen? Should I come to get you?
Mom, I broke up with Philip.
Huh? What do you mean you broke up with Philip? Did you get into a fight with him? He better not have put his hands on you.
No, it's not like that. We didn't fight. Or maybe we did fight. I don't know. I don't understand why things have to be this way. Anyway, the truth is that we're over now.
Are you drinking? Is there someone with you right now?
I'm drinking alone. I didn't want to call or talk to anyone.
Oh no, Lucy. That's not safe to be drinking alone like that late at night. You should at least come here like you said you were and talk to me about it. Where are you?
Philip used to tell me that a lot when we first started seeing each other. About how dangerous and unsafe it is to be drinking alone, and that I should always have someone with me. He would drink with me, even though he's so bad with alcohol. He'd keep me company and get too drunk because he couldn't keep up with me.
What happened, Lucy? Was he the one that told you about why he doesn't want to see you anymore?
No, it was me that wanted to break the relationship off. I just don't want to see him anymore.
Why don't you want to see him anymore? I know how much you like him. There must be a reason.
I just realized that he doesn't care for me as much as he used to. He doesn't think that I'm enough, and that must be why he's been seeing other people. That's why I let him go and broke it off. I did the right thing, right? I should have done this.
Are you telling me that he cheated on you?
I don't know. I can't tell if he was cheating on me. I wouldn't know the truth.
Oh no, you did the right thing. Lucy, it doesn't matter. If he came back and apologized with $1 million, I still wouldn't approve. He doesn't deserve you. Who does he think you are? You're my precious daughter. How dare he treat you like dirt and break your heart? Don't be sad, and don't drink away your sorrows. I didn't like him from the beginning. I guess my gut feelings were right. I told you when you first introduced him to me that I could see greed in his eyes. I knew it.
I know. I remember that. Everything you say has always been right. I should have listened. I didn't listen to you again and something like this happened. I should have known better.
Lucy, to be in love with someone means to be able to share that love instead of always giving and not receiving any love back from them. You shouldn't have to beg and plead for their love and attention for you. If they love you, then they wouldn't make you feel in the first place as if you aren't enough for them. How did you feel? Did you feel like you were getting enough from him? At some point, you began to become the only one that started showing him gratitude and appreciation, just for being the person that he is. He didn't pay you back with anything. He also kept avoiding you and was blind to noticing how much you were doing for him. You tried everything to show him how much you love him, and he took it for granted.
Right. I was starting to feel as if he doesn't care about the things that I've been doing for him.
See, the moment he started to make you feel that way, it was over. You don't need to feel sad for someone who can't even appreciate your efforts. Some relationships just don't last, and it wasn't meant to be. You were holding on to something that's been long over to see if you could rejuvenate it. It ended because it was meant to end. So don't be disappointed or upset because of it. You'll regain your vitality back, and you'll be able to live as you've always done and go about your daily life just like you used to. Don't drink too much, Lucy. It breaks your mom's heart to see you in so much pain. I'll get you some hot soup ready to flush all that alcohol down.
You're the best, Mom. I couldn't ask for a better mom in this whole world. All right, I'll head back soon.
Lucy, are you up yet? Have you eaten breakfast?
What is this all of a sudden? Why did you text me?
What do you mean, what is this? Your boyfriend is texting you a good morning text.
Have you finally gone nuts? We've broken up 2 weeks ago. That's half a month. You didn't text or call me not once during those 2 weeks, and now you want to act as if nothing happened?
Oh, don't be so upset. I'm sorry if I worried you, but I understand it. I've been a little sensitive and upset lately. I've also been super busy, so I'm sorry for being so dismissive. Will you forgive me?
What happened to that girl you were seeing? Why are you texting me now?
I only have you, so I told her that it wasn't going to work out. You know this.
I don't think I'm getting you right now. You're confusing me.
I'm sorry, Lucy. I'll fix myself up and treat you better, just like how I used to. Just forgive me and trust me this once.
Did you actually end things with that woman? Can I trust you?
Of course. You're the only one that I have. I know that you know this more than I do.
Just please don't do this to me again, all right? It was so horrible.
You can count on me. I love you so much, and I missed you a ton.
Lucy, how have things been with you?
Oh, Sandra, how are you? Things are great these days.
I'm doing well. What about you?
I'm doing well, too. I should have texted or called you. Things have been busy. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, I heard that Philip messed with your feelings. I'm sorry, I think I overstepped my place. I was greedy because I wanted him to see this one girl that I liked. Forgive me.
It's all right, thank you. I'm just glad that things are back to normal now.
Philip won't mess up like that anymore, so don't worry and take your time with him. You guys are gonna have to get married soon too, right?
I think we're gonna postpone the marriage a little bit. I'm only 30 after all.
What are you talking about? 30 back in my days meant that your children were already in school by then. Let's see what your mom thinks about it and get ready for the wedding ceremony and everything. I want to see you as my daughter-in-law from now on.
Aw, okay. I'll try to talk about it with Philip.
Of course, of course. Ask him to take you out to dinner tonight or something and see what he says, all right?
All right, I'll talk to you later. Lucy, you there? I want to talk to you about something. Bella, what's up with the text? Don't you usually call me? Yeah, but I'm not really in the situation to be calling at the moment, so... Oh, but I wanted to ask you a question. Didn't you break up with Philip after what happened? You did, right?
Oh, about that. No, we made up and got back together. He texted me back after 2 weeks and told me that he was sorry. His mom even apologized to me, too. They're both so nice to me now.
You're telling me that you didn't break up with him? But you even got back together?
Nope, we didn't break up. Why? What's wrong?
Okay, I know that I have a little bit of fault in this somewhat because I'm the reason why you two got together in the first place. I'm not trying to be mean or intrusive, but I think that you should just break up with him.
Huh? What do you mean by break up with Philip? I mean, yeah, you're the one that introduced him to me, but why?
Well, the truth is that I met up with him a while ago and he was furious with me. He kept blaming me and yelling at me for sending you that picture of him holding that lady's hand that one time, but what the hell? Does he not know what he did is wrong? Honestly, it was disappointing and it made me genuinely mad. He dared to blame me for that, so we kept going back and forth and got into an argument, but somewhere along the conversation that topic came out.
What topic are you talking about?
That property thing going on with you, you know, that massive building that you own in the city?
Oh, you've told him about that. What did he say?
It made me mad that he was treating the both of us like dog water, and I told him this is the exact reason why he's missing out on a big fortune like you. I told him that your future is already set because you already have a guaranteed inheritance that you've already received from your parents. I kept telling him about how blind he is for not seeing the type of loving person you are and how he's a piece of garbage and he's just a cheater and that's why you left him. It all happened because I wanted to teach him a lesson and also because I thought that you broke up with him and it was finalized. But I guess he took it as bait or something and went back to you because of it.
Oh.
I'm sorry if I shouldn't have said that and I regret it a lot. Trust me, Lucy, if I knew that he was such a scumbag, I wouldn't have introduced him to you in the first place. The lady that he was introduced to by his mom about her occupation and what she's got going on for him, and that's why he got kicked to the curb with her. It's a little stupid of me to be talking about this now, but...
I see what you mean. I'll take care of this on my end, don't worry.
Babe, do you want to go grab some pasta for tonight? I've been looking for the best Italian restaurant around here for you.
Oh, really? Okay, I'd love to have some pasta. Oh, by the way, I know your mom owns a restaurant. Where is that at again?
My mom's? It's by that big intersection where they have the hospital. It's right next to it.
Oh, okay. I think I know where it is now. I go over there sometimes to take care of some business.
But what's up? Did you want to go visit her at the restaurant?
No, it's nothing. I just wanted to get her a little gift and bring it to her in person.
You've got such a kind heart. Do you know that? Should I keep this a secret from my mom then?
Yeah, I want to surprise her with it. It's nice to have a little pleasant surprise like this every once in a while, after all.
When do you want our wedding to be? My mom's been asking so much about it. She's already been thinking about names for our child that we'll have in the future. Isn't it so sweet?
Oh, really? The wedding. Yeah, it's about time to get married, I guess.
Right. Are you gonna marry me? Don't worry, I'll do the whole proposal and everything. Just sit tight.
Let's look for the house and stuff first, since that's the most difficult part of the whole process and all.
Okay, whatever you want. I'll be there to help you through everything. I want to be of help.
Philip, I've been looking at this one place and it looks pretty nice.
What do you mean?
I know that getting ready for the wedding and everything can get super busy and overwhelming. I went ahead and took a look at some of the houses in that other neighborhood down the road, and I found this one nice house. I love it.
Oh, that neighborhood? Isn't it a little too expensive for us right now?
Oh, I forgot to tell you about this, but I have a little bit of money that I earned from my parents. They own some property I could always sell off too.
Really? I see. How much is it?
I think I can use that money and buy the house in that neighborhood. The only thing is that they want it sold as soon as possible, so I'll put it down in your name. Can you just take care of the down payment for me? I'll make sure to pay you back after I take care of some calculations on my end, so don't worry too much about you having to pay for the down payment.
Oh, of course. That isn't too difficult to do. How much is it?
I think it's around $300,000.
That's kind of expensive.
It's in such a rich neighborhood after all. If it's a little too expensive for you, then don't worry about it.
No, I'm pretty sure that I can get loans from here and there and get some help from my mom too. No worries.
Okay, I'll count on you for that one then.
Lucy, what is going on? Why aren't you answering the phone? The real estate agent has been telling me that we need to hurry up with the payment, or else other people are gonna take it before we can. Why aren't you answering me all of a sudden? Lucy!
Oh, this is hilarious.
Why are you laughing all of a sudden? Why haven't you been answering my texts and my calls?
It's just a little too funny for me, I'm sorry. I decided to not go along with that house. I'm proud of you for going through the whole loan lending process to help me out, but that money won't be needed anymore, so you can go ahead and pay it back.
Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden? I didn't just get the loan from one place. I had to go through my mom and my work and everything to get enough money for the house. This is a little too much even for a prank. Let's not be like this.
Prank? What you did is a prank. Did you have fun? Was it fun to play around with someone else's feelings like that?
What? I don't understand what you're talking about. Did you sell that building that you had? So you don't need any money right now, right? Well, I got the dates pushed to the right until tomorrow, and...
Oh, so how did you know that what I had in possession right now is a building?
What? I just.
Hey, you jerk. Did you think that I wouldn't know why you came back to me after getting rejected by that other girl? You think that I'm a joke, don't you? What the hell do you think I am? Seriously?
What even is this that you're doing right now?
Why would I get married to someone like you? You're the most greedy person I've ever met. Even if you held me at gunpoint, I wouldn't get married to you.
What is going on with you, Lucy? Why are you acting like this? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whatever I've done, so can you please forgive me? I really want to get married to you. I want to get married to someone that has money and has properties. My mom was excited when we found out that you actually have property.
I can't believe that I gave all of my love to you and poured my heart out on someone like you. If I could, I want to turn back time and never meet you ever. You and your mom are the same horrible people. As soon as she heard about me having a building, what? I noticed that she started acting so much different. She started to treat me like her #1 treasure or something. Now she wants to see me as her daughter-in-law? Wow, how much more two-faced can you guys be?
You really think you're something, huh? Don't think too highly of yourself, you wench. Just because you have some property to yourself doesn't mean that you're anything.
Ah, I see. So now you're showing your true colors since everything about you has been exposed, aren't you? You are absolutely disgusting.
Wasting my damn time. Hey, it's whatever. I can just get another girl that's got a lot of money who's insecure about herself.
I hope you and your mom never succeed in your lives ever. Also, your mom's little restaurant that she owns is probably gonna have to shut down soon. The guy that owns that building is my uncle, and I already told him about you guys. Besides, he told me that your mom hasn't paid up the rent for how many months. Anyway, have fun with the rest of your miserable life, and let's not ever see each other again. Bye! After everything that happened, I broke up with my boyfriend, aka that trash of a human being, and blocked both him and his mom. I didn't understand why my mom told me not to talk about the property and the money that I have, but I now finally understand what she meant by that. If I do end up meeting someone later on, I'm gonna make sure to not tell them about any money or whatever I might have that might be worth at least something. With this incident, I've realized that looking at a person's personality is much more important than how much money they might have. I'm gonna make sure to do good things in my life and be happy with what I have. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.